talk about. We'll just keep talking. We'll just keep talking. Just keep talking. Talking. For so long. Oh, we're babbling on. We're babbling on.
Let's start over.
Okay, let's start the podcast now.
Okay.
Hey everyone, it's Hilton Dresden here, host of Babbling On, a new podcast that is bridging the gap between literature and humor. Today I am joined by a special guest, and we're actually doing sort of a special bottle episode. You'll understand in a second. This is a person who has changed my life and is the reason this podcast is happening. She encouraged me when I was at my lowest out in LA, which we're going to probably get to. She kind of picked me up and said, "You need to do a podcast." And I was like, well, I want to die though. And she said, no, I'm going to make a PowerPoint.
If the sun will refuse to shine,
I can be alone to fix your problem. Hit the moon and time tonight.
All right, last time.
She is better known as Gay Choreographer at this juncture. She's a dancer and she's a choreographer. She's a hot gay guy. Please give a warm Babbling On special welcome to my friend Alec.
That was sweet the way you did that.
Thank you.
You look nice.
You look really nice.
Do you mean that? 'Cause
Yeah, you look nice.
I haven't.
You
Just
look
nice.
like a nice person.
That's interesting because do you remember when everyone was like, you aren't nice?
No,
to
that
me?
was one
That
person.
was my other friend.
But then we all just confirmed it.
Right.
Because there's a million, I mean, nice.
I think I want to be considered nice. Anyway, we always begin this podcast with a very well-researched sociological, psychological survey that was created by the Babbling On Institute. And you, of course, are one of the doctors behind this important personality quiz.
Yes.
It's called the 8. It's actually something you came up with. Obviously, it's about Carrie, Miranda, Charlotte, Samantha, Jessa, Hannah, Shoshana, and Marnie.
When we've been telling people about this, I've been trying to like take a deep breath and get all the names out. Because if you flop that, you flop hard.
And then you're completely stupid and hated if you can't say those 8.
You lose all credibility
Credos.
towards like talking about
Of course.
Sex and the City and girls.
Could you have done it?
I'm too nervous.
Dare, Bill. I know, I'm nervous.
Do you want me to
But
try?
don't worry, we'll ease into things.
Should I try? I'm not nervous. I'm just too nervous to.
Oh, okay. Try.
Charlotte, Samantha, Miranda, Carrie, fucking shit. Hannah, Jessa, Shoshana, Marnie.
Marinade. Who are you today? This is more about who you are today, I think, than who you are in general. We're like entering this conversation. Who are you?
Today.
Yeah.
Out of the 8.
Out of the 8.
It's so
Hard.
Yeah, but who do you feel you are?
I think right now I'm honestly, I mean,
Do you want me to tell you who I think you are?
yeah.
And you?
I have an interesting answer for who I think I am today.
Oh, I think I know who you think you are.
Who do you think I am?
I think you think. Charlotte?
Yeah.
Charlotte.
I feel like Charlotte, which I never say.
No, but I get why you do feel that way.
Because when we were just watching the LA episode and she goes, and I really missed you guys.
Yeah.
And my reputation after this past weekend is the screamer. Because I screamed in a twink's ear and he scowled at me.
Who, what?
Yes, at the party on Saturday
Which
night.
twink?
Like this hot one who I've never talked to, but I like saw Sarab or something across the room and I was like, "Ah!" And this twink was right there and he was like, he scowled. Listeners won't see my face.
He scowled.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, I think everyone like knows me as the screamer.
The yeller.
Old yeller.
Old
young
yeller.
Young yeller.
Yeah, I screamed a couple times at that party, but like, if someone's not gonna do that when they see me at a party, it's like,
We're not friends.
yeah.
We can't be friends. But I'd like to just pretend. I think you today are sort of Jessa.
I was gonna say there is an undeniable sadness to me today.
Yeah, you have this moroseness, which is interesting to have on today of all days, since we're, this is
No,
the
but
big
I'm
day.
trying to not.
Trying.
Well, but of course the tax form.
It's hard. It's not good that you did that right before we started this.
There are paper straws and there are plastic straws, and then there's this sort of dotted straw.
Gerblow.
A car.
I guess. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, there's that kind of straw
What is?
too.
It's like the fruit rope. Fruit
roll up?
rope.
Oh, fruit rope.
Do you know that? It's like that texture.
Do you mean like fruit leather?
Fruit leather.
Fruit leather.
But where am I getting rope? Oh, fruit roll up.
The other day, I was working on my novel. Not to...
Yeah.
And there was a chapter about a scene where I'm trying to use rope. Not to hang myself, like for sex. And I rewrote the thing and I started it with rope, not rape. They're made out of spinning strands of hay. Like this was how I started the chapter. I think it might need to be reworked. What do you think?
I'm left stunned yet again.
Stoonie.
There's
There's a truck passing by.
Isn't that nice?
I feel that you're Jessa today. Because she is kind of lackluster
Yep.
in energy.
Okay, so should I be bright and bubbly now?
I mean, I don't want you to fake anything. And I don't want to, like, bitch at you.
You're not.
Even though that's, like, sort of how we
Marnie.
conduct things. I am Marnie lately. But I'm sort of coming out of that because I've been relaxing a little bit since signing a lease.
It's hard. It's hard. Yes, which congratulations.
Thank you.
Of
Thank
course.
You. Thank you. Thank
Do you want to talk about that?
Well, I'm not going to disclose the location in case
Let's just say
it's been a long time coming.
for you to live here.
I've been living out of a suitcase for 14, make that 15 months. That's completely true.
Did you touch on that in past episodes?
This is the second episode ever recorded.
Do you want to spitfire where you've been?
Yeah, I was in New York subletting around.
Period.
Then my father died and I decided to go to Berlin for 2 months. While out there, I had a very strange opportunity to go to Italy, Venice, Rome, and Tuscany, all
Bam.
expenses paid.
Yes.
If you think that I can afford this stuff, you're dead wrong. I just did it without an apartment, and so I wasn't paying rent. Then I came back to New York, went to Milwaukee for Christmas, then went to LA to see you, basically, is why. And then I went to Mexico City and had a hard time. And then Zipolite got really sick, then came back to
No,
LA.
come
then
on.
New York.
Zipolite was not got really sick.
I know. I shouldn't be calling it just that. You say, where have you went there? You went to Zipo.
Mm-hmm.
You had a good time?
I'd say yes.
Yeah. Did you have sex? Yes.
Um,
We won't go there.
yeah,
Certain things are private.
of course.
Of course, I had sex on the beach.
I told my brother about that.
How did he respond?
I think.
Wait, about my thing or yours?
No, that I think I lied and said that I saw you.
What?
I don't know why,
I understand.
but I think for story.
Do you feel like the way you speak has changed?
daily.
Yeah. I hear different voices out of you. Not like day to day.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I think that the influence of like being excited or not really changes.
Are you excited now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's different.
I think you should say where you have been for the past,
Where?
because it will tie in. Have you?
Yes, I've been in LA. And
Yeah, you've moved there.
it's too hard to say, but I did move there.
Of course, I understand.
Yeah.
Now, Alec, what the Christ are you babbling on about today?
Oh, well, I find that the easiest thing to talk about is Sex in the City and girls.
And more specifically in regards to
Oh, yeah, the 8.
the 8.
The 8.
This psychological survey, which we're going to...
It's kind of like, what's it called? Like the INFJ?
Exactly. And the Rorschach.
Was that right? INFJ?
I think so.
Yeah.
I feel so.
Jeep.
I wanted to
Sherrick.
say... Did you want to say, like, the lens we're going to kind of look at this through?
I think you should.
There's specific episodes we're going to use as touchstones here, which is 3 of our arguably favorite pieces of all time.
Yeah.
Would you like to say what they
Oh,
are?
yeah, the Beach House episode of Girls and the LA episodes of Sex in the City.
Yeah.
Just both of those, we see our women away from their natural states
Oh,
of
yeah.
home,
I didn't even realize
which I
that.
think really kind of brings out a lot of
Travel certainly does, as we've seen together.
bingo.
Jer.
Uh-huh.
Lo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to kind of go through the 8 women and
Talk about-
explain to people who don't like what this test can say.
1,000.
Because this is every episode and people don't always know.
This is every episode?
The 8 is every episode.
Oh, yeah. So it's kind of like a little like, oh, if you don't know, maybe you can just refer back to this.
Of course.
Or if you're feeling like you want to know,
Then
you can turn on the Max app.
therefore.
Do you know that I really want to have my HBO party, and I'm wondering if I should do it for my 30th?
Oh, where everyone dresses up as an HB?
Mm-hmm.
I love that. But I thought you were doing your 30th at the Monster.
I don't know. Should we begin with girls?
Yeah.
Okay, and I think we should start with Marnie.
Let's start with Marnie. And the
So-
beach house is a great way to intro her, honestly.
It's her.
It's her. It's honestly Marnie is the most highlighted in that episode, I feel.
Yeah. So, okay, I mean, I guess, like, how do we even...
Here's what I think we should do.
Okay.
On Girls, there are 4 friends as a post sort of thing to Sex in the City.
Yeah.
And there's Marnie, Hannah, Jessa, and Shoshana.
So far, we've got it.
And they're all like spoiled brats. In the beach house episode, Marnie brings them all to, is it the North Fork?
Oh, something of the sort.
Like
It's-
not the Hamptons. And they have this like trip that's really unpleasant, and then they get in a huge fight. And Marnie is super controlling. What would you say about Marnie? Like as who she is?
I just think she's, like, not awake. She's, like, not present. She has, like, all of these expectations for her life that she's, like, desperately clinging on to.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have...
She's kind of the most real character of all 8, honestly. Like the one that I've seen in real life.
it's like 80% of people are Marnie.
Yeah, honestly, because it's about like getting offended by everything and taking everything personally.
And like, you know, when you go through the entire series, like she's never happy.
No. And no one is. No one is.
Exactly.
Except
like
for you and I.
But like, I mean, that's really what makes me light up about her is that she's just like completely miserable with like little glimmers of like, I ran into my ex-boyfriend.
Yes.
Or
and
like,
that's
I fucked this hot art guy. Like,
Yes.
yay.
I mean, if you can call that fucking. Because he just like kind of squirts in her and groans.
You can call that fucking.
Totally, that counts. And by the way, making out counts as fucking.
More.
Even a peck more.
Yeah, even a peck. Hello.
You look gorgeous. Like, you've really come into yourself.
You think so?
Uh-huh.
You too.
Everyone's saying it. Like, seriously. In the last podcast episode, we talked about it.
You know, thank you.
And Marnie would say that, but she would be saying it in order to expect something.
You know what I think of when I think of Marnie? I mean, I guess we could talk about the beach house episode, but
Yeah.
I think we should just use it as a springboard
It's just
also.
a spring to help us get grounded.
Because it's just such an iconic episode.
I just
really.
liked the idea of this episode being called Two Beach Houses Both Alike in Dignity.
Can I talk about something?
Yeah.
The duck.
Explain
It's
for the listeners.
okay. So Marnie like is really okay. She buys enough duck to cook for four duck to cook for 4 women, and then suddenly Hannah runs into like 8 or I think probably 5.
She runs into you.
Yeah, she runs into gay guys who are like dancers and they all like teach her a little cute dance or whatever. And then they go into the pool and Marnie's like, guys, it's dinner. But I only have enough for 4. And she serves like duck and they're all like, oh my God, it tasted like, what did they say?
Shoshana goes, she's like wasted in she's heaven. And she's like, seriously, stop talking about the duck. It tasted like a used condom and I want to forget about it.
Yeah. So the duck, I mean, it's just so Marnie to choose that to like who cooks that? Like,
And what's the thing she does too with julienne? She like whatever that fucking means.
oh my God, one time in Fire Island, I was talking to this gay guy and I was like, do you, I was like, oh,
He was talking to a gay.
no, legit, like you're gonna freak.
That I'm already.
Yeah, and he was cooking us dinner that night and I was like, oh my God, are you like a chef?
Like a chef. Sorry, I need to stop.
Why is...
It's just like you keep talking in a way that is amusing to me.
Okay.
Sorry. So there was a gay guy. You were saying, are you
I
a
was...
chef?
Yeah, you killed that moment.
I killed it. I'm still getting my footing.
Should I come back in for the kill?
Yeah, why don't you come back for the
Okay, I go, are you a chef? And he goes, yeah, I've been cooking for a long time. And I'm like, oh, and I go, so if you know, so if I were to say to you, can you Juliet this zucchini, you would say, and he goes, I think you mean Julianne.
Loca.
Loca.
You are loca.
You are loca.
Who was it? Of course. I don't know who you're.
You do.
Oh my God. I can't read your lips. Just say and we'll bleep it. Oh my God. I'm becoming good friends with his boyfriend.
I really like him. I
Yeah,
think
no, he's so
really
sweet.
nice.
He was wearing a cool shirt at that party.
Yeah, they're cool as
They're
fuck.
cool as fuck. So, yeah.
I don't know his boyfriend.
He's so cool and he's a trans woman with me. Like, we're both like women,
Oh, really?
but we're in still a man's body.
Sure. Okay, so let's go on to the next character, maybe.
Well, Marnie,
How long have we been on Marnie?
I don't know, but Marnie, we can circle back to her, I guess, but just to know she's sharp, she's frigid, she's stern, stressed out, brittle. She pursues a music career.
She would refer to herself as like the most reliable friend you've ever had.
Yes.
In a way that it's like
diluted.
And no, but you would be like, yeah, you've showed up for everything, but like you were annoying as fuck when you were there the whole time, and you were like controlling.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Completely. So that's Marnie. I think, should we springboard back between Sex and the City
Yep.
and...
Should we do their so wait, the other day someone was like, were you there for this? They were like,
What?
They were like, do you think that there's a parallel between like the archetypes in the Sex and the City and Girls universe? And I was like, I don't think so. Although
This is
Marnie,
interesting.
Miranda, Carrie, Hannah, Jessa, Samantha, Charlotte, Shoshana, like, yeah,
It does. It's an obvious...
But I was like, I was so stern. I was like, no.
But it's different. It's like one side is kind of sunshine in a way, and the other side is like moon eclipse, like darkness. I mean, that's not quite right, but
Who is the doll that on Twitter recently was like, we've been waiting to make a trans girls?
I was gonna do that basically.
I know.
I need to go.
Maybe it was
Stop that
maybe
project.
And I commented like, I've been waiting my whole life.
Yeah, because you do support trans girls in a way that, like, I guess other people do too, but you really do.
I mean,
But you need to start fucking them, probably,
yeah,
if you're gonna maintain this
supportive.
Alician status.
All right, we can join back in now.
Okay, so Marnie sort of parallels to, you guessed it, Miranda, which maybe...
Okay, but Miranda to me is
Miranda's a good person, a very good person.
exactly.
Yeah. And loyal in a way that Marnie is, except not expecting, like, reciprocation for any deed she does.
You know what I think we should also do maybe is
Okay.
like, what's the episode that like makes you think of these women?
Yeah.
Like, I love Beach House LA, like, but let's...
Yeah, I mean, because Miranda isn't really shown to be who she is in the LA episodes. Oh, actually, no. My favorite scene in, like, all of Miranda is when
In all of Miranda.
they are on the... when she gets on the mechanical bull.
Was just about to say that.
Her faces, her expressions she makes there are the funniest pieces of art.
Of course, rivaled by... I mean, both moments, a breast appears.
Wait, there's two? I can only think of when she flashes the red to the gay guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
Yeah.
of.
And what's the other one?
Oh, I kind of was thinking...
Each breast.
I thought that she flashed on the mechanic.
No, it's what? Oh, you thought she? She brings out bra.
She bras. Ah.
Brewski.
Ah.
Da.
Yeah.
Ya, ya.
What else do you think about Miranda? Miranda is...
Hardworking.
Yeah, I mean, but she's got some bad things.
She's funny too.
She's judgmental.
Yes.
She holds herself back from love.
yeah,
pretty much.
Which I think I relate to that. Like taking fear and letting it block you. Miranda will do that sometimes.
Yep. Murmur.
Murmur.
Fashion.
Yeah, she wears some of the fucking craziest shit.
But some of the most fab shit too. My background is Miranda.
Which part? Oh, where she's wearing the
Shirt
shirt.
and red skirt.
Now, you know what? I want to step out of
Okay.
the character thing for a second, because I do think...
Are we talking Cynthia?
Oh, no. I
Okay.
mean, I love Cynthia.
Yeah.
She's heaven.
Yeah.
And she's, like, politically completely
Right on the
doing
money.
her part. I wanted to do the New York LA thing a little bit because we're in the LA episodes are when the 4 Sex and the City girls, Miranda, Charlotte, Carrie, Samantha, go to LA. Charlotte, of course, not coming till the 2nd episode.
Which is everything.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see how the dynamic shifts when it's just the 3 of them.
Complete.
And how like there's something that's missing, but you're still having fun, and like that quality of a girls trip where it's like not everyone's here, but okay, we're just gonna like have the best time ever.
And not everyone needs to be at everything.
Although,
They
of
kind
course,
do,
I would
though.
love to.
And if I'm left out, I will bleed.
Yeah,
You get it.
bleeding internally.
Bleeds.
Bleeds
internally. Like in Girls, they all get in this huge fight and basically stop being friends.
No, Queen, they do the dance at the end of the episode.
Oh, sure. You mean sitting on the barge?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know the woman who choreographed that dance.
And every time you tell me that, it's like the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not sick of it?
No.
And I went to a wedding at that beach house.
That one, I get a little rage.
And Zoe Kravitz was there.
What was she wearing? If she were really there, you would be able to answer this more readily.
Jezebel.
Did you ever watch Drag Race at Jezebel?
What's Jezebel?
It was like a kind of, I feel like it was like the Queerty publication, but it was
If
like,
you bring up the queer tees again.
I'm not bringing up the Queerty, so
What
I'm
was
bringing
what
up,
was the t-shirt you were almost gonna wear? What did it say?
say no to homophobia.
I object.
But it was like really fun, and it was like in this office space, and it was BYOB, and it was so many fun gay guys, and I was like 22.
At Jezzy. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Where it was. Oh yeah, I did. With
Yeah.
Tom, thanks for the trigger. It was on those concrete steps.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was fun, right?
That was. Do you think we were there at the same ones and didn't know each other?
Probably. What season did you go?
Why am I feeling like it was Sasha Velour?
Yeah. It was.
Gigi.
So, okay, what did you want to do?
I just wanted to give you the chance because they're in LA. They're noticing the differences between the two. You have been very
Won't shut
positioned
up.
to know and won't shut up, like babbling on about New York, LA. Like, what would you say there?
Well, first of all, I want to say the reason I won't shut up about it is because it's the only thing to talk about.
Of course.
And because it's just like what people, I mean, whatever. I'm coming off a little insecure about how much I'm talking about, and that kind of
That's because I like ripped you apart for doing it 2 nights ago. I
Yeah.
feel really bad. I have this vicious side that like that is.
you didn't. I think you just said the like. I think you
It
just
actually wasn't that
It
bad.
came
I
out
was just
wrong.
like, yeah. I was just like you.
Oh my god, you're doing yeah.
Because it was funny because we were like talking about how everyone in LA can only talk about that. And then we talked about it, and then we like talked about something else, and then you brought it back to that, and I was like, you have that disease.
I know, and it kind of was like, no, I don't. But I guess I do. I mean, and you do too.
Of course. I actually can barely think of anything else to talk about.
Right. Well, okay, so here's what I will say from I think that the conception that Conception?
You did great, Queen.
yeah. That LA is more vain than New York is
Untrue.
an untruth.
Garble. Yeah, I agree with you.
I think New York is way more vain.
yeah.
I think you see every gay guy in the world every day here.
Yes. And you
And-
don't say hi to them because you only know them from online. You haven't introduced yourself yet. And it's been so many times now that it's like, I can't now. And I couldn't then.
And I won't.
And I do.
What I do when I do what I do. So that's the well, okay, but I love that. I kind of wish that in Sex and the City they gave LA a little bit more of a chance.
Because they just skewer. They make it Hugh Hefner. They make it tit soup.
I know, it's like that's not what it is. Like it is kind of the like dating a personal assistant and sleeping in his house and then
Which Vince Vaughn looked more...
suckable than ever.
Yeah. You don't see him like that every time.
No. But I mean, of course, I don't know.
Of course, what?
Of course, Sex and the City should be in New York City.
Yeah. Oh, of course. The city is New York, not LA. But the thing they got right was like the green juice shit. Like that is LA.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like a cliche to be bringing up the green juice.
Yeah.
It's scary, actually. I don't writers don't, their worst enemy is cliche.
And yet,
Therefore,
bareback.
bareback.
Should we go back to any of the girls?
Yeah, let's go back.
Okay.
Miranda, Marnie, we've gotten intros. Obviously, we're just scraping the surface.
Yeah, I mean,
Who do you want to go to next?
Shosh.
Okay.
Shoshana is the most adorable little person in the world.
Dare I say adorkable. I'm like trying to be funny, you know? And it's
No,
like,
you
okay,
got
girl,
me.
just, like,
Adorkable was good.
Okay. It
And
just
true.
implies like those glasses.
But she has the biggest bite.
When
Like
she's
the way
wasted.
she talks to... No, like always.
Oh, wait.
Because the way she talks to Ray,
Tea.
her,
Tea.
and... I mean...
She bites off heads.
Yeah.
What were you going to say? I cut you off. I'm still finding my footing at this. You're only recording number 2 and like beginner's luck on the first.
So the second one is always...
The beckoned.
Oh, I'm trying to start calling people my Beckys.
Little Becky's or Becky's?
Beckys.
Your people, you said? Like your fandom?
No, my people.
Ba 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 boo ba boo boo. And I'm telling you
It's just hard. There's so much to say about all of them.
I know. It's actually an impossible... We bit off an impossible task.
Should we
that
start
can't be-
over? New concept?
Girl, it's been 30 minutes. I think we got it.
Okay,
Like,
let's
it's
keep going.
We need this deep dive so people...
Okay,
have
so
any
but I need
idea
some
of what's
help
happening. Okay.
with Shosh. I can't do all the
That
heavy
was
lifting.
like really scary how you said that. Like, I'm helping. I'm right here. Oh, fuck. We're fighting on the podcast. Shosh is determined. She's bubbly. She's a bit hardworking. She's a bit depressed.
But
She's a
I'd
mean
say the
drunk.
beach house episode is her most, because they kind of use that. I think that they use the beach house episode a little bit to be like, okay, maybe we kind of underdeveloped this character a little bit so that they could be like, whoa, we didn't know you had this side.
I mean, it's before the beach house for Shosh and after. Like, she completely changes.
Exactly.
Because she finally says what she has been holding in for the first 3 seasons of the show, which is like, you guys think I'm a fucking idiot. You have conversations full on in front of me without me, which, by the way, that happens to me. Because people, like, won't look at me if there's 3 people talking. And she
Okay.
is
Well,
over it at that point.
and she also says one of the most heartbreaking lines in the entire show. It's like you kind of like lose your faith with the girls when she says this, or with like female friendship or gay friendship. When she's like, and sometimes I just wonder that if there's people out there that, what does she say, that like I would just get along with better and I'm just stuck with you guys wasting my time. Something
She's
like that.
My social anxiety is holding me back from
Meeting
being with the people who would actually be good for me. That is like the scariest thing ever to hear said.
I know, and once you see that, it's like, oh my God, like this bond that these 4 women have she kind of just like breaks
All of it.
the
'Cause
glass
she's
with,
like,
with
this
that.
was just out of like happenstance that we're friends. Like, we're not even like, we don't even click.
Like that would kill me if
I know.
someone said
If
that.
someone said that, that would kill me. And but then after that, she goes and like finds a new life and goes to Japan. I also relate to her because she is like ditzy, bubbly on the surface, and people like see her that way. I mean, this is kind of fucking annoying of me to say, but I feel like I have a lot more of a complex, like academic mind underneath my bubbly exterior. This is not going well. It really isn't.
No, it's not.
But that's fine. Like, sometimes things don't. And you still publish. So don't think you're getting out of publication. I'm like ruining everything. What else about Shosh do you feel? Hairdos.
You know what? I think we're so comfortable with each other that it's impossible for us to
Be comfortable. Now.
Yeah. No, okay, so Shoshana, would you say she's the least investigated?
Like she's the smallest character
Yeah.
of the 8. Kind of. Yeah, because she goes away from the show for like a lot.
And can we also talk about when she has sex with the door guy?
Yeah, I was just thinking of him because he's like one of the
Hottest.
and most like, I want to eat his ass too because he's like kind of.
Do you think?
Fuck him? It's always like, I never am like picturing that, but yes, ultimately.
Okay, so Shosh's counterpart brings us to, it just brings a smile to my face. Charlotte! Yeah! Which is the one most commonly I get in my, like, I used to get.
Why do you think that was?
Because,
There's
well,
an optimism.
yeah, that's what I would get. That's what people would say. But I think I've grown
used
up a little
bit.
bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you would get that anymore. I think you used to have like this image of like wide-eyed, like
naivete.
romantic, naive. And now you're a little more like husky, cool gay guy who would be more of a Samantha, I think.
Perhaps.
Is that how you feel?
Was I Twinkie when you first met? I was a kind of Twinkie.
No, you weren't. But compared to how you are now, yes.
If the sun would refuse to shine,
I could be alone for face the moment. You and I could be if the moon goes dark. I wanted to sound good.
Okay, so Charlotte. What I love, so we said she's not on the trip, but then she becomes on the trip, which is so amazing. She is the exact person who should not go on that trip.
Which is so you, even though you're not her anymore. Like, to be like, I'm not coming, and then like, I'm coming. Like,
yeah.
You're an impulsive queen. Mm-hmm. Feel free to diagnose me, too. Like, I can take it. As they come.
I mean, you are...
We haven't even said the name of who I...
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
It's kind of the classic nature versus nurture with her, though.
I feel like... No, literal. That is so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's both, I hope. And not just nurture. But you were saying about Charlotte? I'm sorry. I'm dominating.
I mean, No, you're not.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
She is... the coolest.
Yeah. She's the one I would most... Well, Samantha and her are the ones I would most
She's not
want
the
to...
coolest.
No, not at all. Samantha is.
And then Charlotte.
Yeah.
And Miranda.
And cooler than all of them is Carrie. The girls are definitely the bottom half of cool.
Okay, so that's
Even
an interesting
Jessa.
distinction, is like the parties that they are going to are in girls are like in Gowanus.
Which is sort of heaven, low-key. Except they're...
In 2000.
Everyone's wearing like a plastic bow tie and Hello Kitty.
And Carrie's going to like parties with like step and repeats.
Yeah, and Vince Vaughn.
And Vince Vaughn.
And a hot tub. Which...
That's bullshit, Carrie, and you know it!
Matthew McConaughey, everybody. Also, Sarah Michelle Gellar in the LA.
Uh-huh.
What does she do? She's like, do you think I'm an asshole? I hope you don't think I'm an asshole.
And the dildo model.
He's actually like top three hottest to me of the whole show. And I don't even usually go for bald.
The dill?
Dill.
Dill pickle.
Jinx, personal jinx. No, going in soon. Okay.
What I think is fucking fab is that she runs a gallery.
Yeah.
Like, she is... I guess that's that episode that I think of when I think of Charlotte, is when she finds her replacement.
Yeah, because that girl is one of the most interesting actresses. Her replacement, gallerist.
Yeah.
She is so interesting. Her facial expressions. Do you remember?
It's
her?
just such a brilliant, complex episode where she has to...
relinquish.
I don't know, what would you do?
If I had unlimited.
Oh, I guess we need to say what the episode is.
What happens in that episode?
She is giving up.
Oh, she's giving
Career
up
for-
work. Yeah.
yeah.
For like interior decoration and love. She doesn't have a kid yet. And she
Yeah.
also doesn't really have love.
And her replacement is like, why are you quitting? And she's like, what does she say?
She's like, I am planning for a family.
Mm-hmm.
And then she feels insecure. So she's like, and I'm going to join the AIDS Club.
Yeah. Which is, of course,
Fierce.
fierce mama.
Down.
Boots.
Booty Bob.
Uh-huh.
She's amazing. And she's so chic. And like, she just gets it.
Classic. Not afraid to get wasted. Definitely gets fingered in her ass.
Yes. Oh, and she eats ass.
Oh, yeah.
Which for a cis girl to do is like, you get it, girl.
Especially in 2000 and...
Right.
or whenever.
Well, I did want to mention a few things. The New York episodes aired September 10th and 17th, 2000.
Mm.
I mean, the LA episodes, sorry. And then the Beach House episode of Girls aired February 16th, 2014.
So both right around 9/11.
The Beach House episodes directed by Jesse Peretz, who owns that beach house. Writers were Lena Dunham, Jenny Connor, Judd Apatow. Escape from New York was written by Darren Star, Michael Patrick King, and Becky Hartman.
Becky with a good hat.
Just to get that off the table.
Yeah.
The LA episodes are also called Escape from New York and Sex in Another City.
God.
Let's just sit with that for 1 sec.
You know what I really can I say since being here? I don't know if it's because I like grew up here and like learned to fall in love here, but it's just not gonna happen in LA, I don't think.
Love.
Yeah.
There is something about in New York, like love is in the air. In LA,
There's so much love to give, and everyone's just in LA.
It's glove in the air instead.
It's glove in there. I mean, do you like? I landed here and I was like, okay, it's time for
To fall
some
in
romance and love.
I want to fall in love.
I feel
My social anxiety is getting in the way of me
Hitting
falling in love.
with the right.
No, that's not what I
with
meant.
the right.
Can I say a few things?
Yeah.
Do you want some facts?
Yes.
Before we keep going with the 8. So, 2 Emmy wins for girls in the whole history of the show.
What?
Do you want to guess what they are? It's kind of insane.
Yeah. Best actor?
No. Well, supporting. Guest.
Guest? Who?
Peter Scolari. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
The dad. Hannah's dad. Is the only acting win for girls.
It's like that makes me want to cry.
Gibble.
That makes me want to cry.
The other one is for casting, which is good, I guess. I mean,
No, it's not.
It is true that the casting was good.
Yeah.
Although it was like Lena's friends, so. But it had 19 nominations. Lena and who else do you think were nominated for acting?
Allison.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. Meanwhile,
Deserved.
Deserve. Down in Sex and the City world. Oh, and I wanted to mention Lena's acting nom. One of them was for Beach House.
When she goes, if you're trying to hurt my feelings, you're going to have to do that again because people have been calling me a narcissist my whole life.
Should we just talk Hannah a little bit before I give more facts?
Yeah.
She is...
I love her.
I love her.
I love her.
I love her. I want to be friends with Lena.
I am friends with her.
Gil?
Yeah. I mean, I think about yellow tank top, Bushwick. I think about... Wait, was yellow tank top Bushwick? No. That was Coke.
Meshy, that was Coke.
That was Coke, which isn't Bushwick.
That's a different thing, isn't it?
I think.
Yeah, that's with Elijah when she finds out he slept with Marnie, which I would be angry too in the same way.
Exact same way.
I
You
have a
are
rage.
Hannah.
I'm Honey.
Yeah, and like, you know who I am? Adam Driver when Hannah's like having a panic attack and he's like, stay on the phone with me, like, and he's running. That is so us.
Like, you love me like that. Like, you want me to live.
Yeah.
And be protected.
Stay on the phone, kid.
And when, like, I fly off the bike and he's driving and I'm pissed at him, and then, like, 5 minutes later, we're boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course. Also, the outfit in this beach house episode. Is that what you were going to say?
No.
Bikini with hoodie over it.
A classic.
Gibble.
But I think the thing about Hannah is like her writing is brilliant.
Oh, yeah. You mean the character or Lena? Or both?
Hannah's writing.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
get them off.
And she should be more...
acclaimed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even acclaimed at all.
Right, because she isn't.
No. But, like, she showed a lot of promise with her writing.
I know, and she actually, like, well, I guess she doesn't write that much, but she, like, sits down and does some writing.
Yeah.
Which is
Jenna
more than
Lyons.
most. And then she, yeah.
Do you know Jenna Lyons?
Yeah. Love her. She's the boss in the GQ episodes, and she's a real housewife. And I like her.
Returning for season 2.
Yeah.
With the rest of the cast.
Can I get a name, man? Hannah is everything. And she's the one who gets it. And her humor is kind of
She's the glue.
She's glue.
Oh, you know the other upbeat that I think of when I think of her?
What?
It's like the one that basically takes place next door to where we're recording right now when she fucks the doctor and stays there for a day.
Oh, yeah. Although that's in Clinton Hill.
Yeah, but like...
Right.
I would do... I was chasing that experience for the past life.
Like where you're in a cafe, you see a guy, you go knock on his door, and then you spend 2 days together fucking and him cooking.
And it's that guy.
Yeah. Patrick Wilson.
And then, of course, like, things get cold, and he's like, I'm kind of done with you being here. And she, like, feels weird and leaves. Like, that feeling is the feeling that I've been trying to avoid my whole life, which is why every time I have a romantic experience, I'm out the door. Like, it's so sad to admit this, but I leave, like, before I can get kicked out.
Wow. Wow. Thank you for saying that, because that's true. And I try and avoid it too and leave. And most of the time I don't leave in time.
But it gives me the reputation of being, like, cold.
Maybe in a romantic sphere that's your rep, but I'm not aware of that as your rep.
I feel like falling in love.
If you bump the table, it's gonna
Add a really cool bass acoustic sound.
Hannah, neurotic, OCD.
Oh, also I have OCD. And I was on TikTok yesterday.
You were on TikTok?
Yeah, and I was gonna send you some TikToks about OCD that I was listening to some therapy about.
The OCD explanatory stuff is like the stuff where I'm like, oh my God, that's me. And like
boots.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, it's just incredible. It's such a terrible thing, but it's what I saw is that it's you can be treated for it.
Treat. How?
Medication and exposure therapy is the main thing.
To what?
Like your fears.
Which would be like
So say it just
Gay guys not liking.
yeah, and then they put you in an environment that makes you feel like a gay guy's really not liking you, and then you just become comfortable with it.
Whoa.
Something like that.
I wonder if do they bring in actors?
Yeah, they bring in gay guys.
Yeah, kidding.
Not at all.
Okay. Can we move on, or did you have more to say?
Well, Hannah, though she's the most flawed, is undeniably the glue for all of the women. They all love Hannah.
Yeah, and she's the most, honestly, even more than Jessa, like free-spirited and adventurous.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Pregnant.
I didn't like that choice. I think birth and things and pregnancy and things is way overdone, and I don't really care about it. Sorry.
I think that it was like the whole series was all about being overdone. They basically were creating Sex in the City, so they're like, I think it was a cool choice to be like, why not just do one more overdone trope and get her pregnant with a lifeguard or a surf teacher, who
my
of
other
course
number one
is
summer.
so hot.
Mama, kudos for saying that. For spilling.
So that brings us to Carrie, who you have.
Whoa, we're going Carrie before Sam.
I
and
want to do
Jessa?
Jessie.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's finish on Sam and Carrie. Jessie is Jessa, and she's beautiful. She's a huge bitch. She's evil. She is cool, and
She's not cool.
She's not cool, but she's like pretentious, and she is like, because of her beauty, honestly, so like hard to resist.
She's like my worst nightmare.
Really?
Yeah. Jessa is my worst nightmare because I just don't have that side to me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have that. Maybe I do and I don't even know, but
I don't think so.
I don't know how.
Like too cool for school.
Yeah, like that. Too cool for school is my nightmare. Like, I think that's not how it works in real life.
And I will say New York has way more of that than LA. Well, actually, they both
both do.
Yeah, they both do. Yeah, Jessa.
It just makes me freak the fuck out. I don't know how to behave in that because I don't know the references. I don't know, you know?
Yeah. She is also like, she does one of the unforgivable curses, I feel, which is she starts dating her supposedly best friend's ex.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. You cannot do that. I'm sorry. Everyone in the gay guy culture, and even girls too, is like, everyone can fuck each other. And it's like, you can fuck the person I just fucked. And everyone is like fucking. And I'm sitting over here, like, I guess I'm a conservative, being like, if I like talked to someone once, like, you guys cannot go near him.
Well,
I'm trying
that's
to
really
work on
different than
Right.
your long-term boyfriend.
Yeah. That, like, in this case, it's actually something we can all agree is bad.
That's great. Imagine.
Imagine. I would kill myself. Or I would kill someone and then myself. Or I would just I would certainly never speak to either parties again. I would punish them because I do that. I punish people.
I would laugh.
No,
Do you think?
wouldn't? Would you?
It would be kind of fierce.
Sorry, but
no, because it would be fierce. Mama, it would be fierce.
but the friendship would be over.
Yeah, of course.
You
but
would
like,
laugh at them, not with them.
yeah, I'd be like, you guys are clearly fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And at parties, and stuff, you could be like, can you guys fucking believe my ex-boyfriend and my best friend are dating? And everyone would be like, wait, first of all, that's crazy. Let's talk about it. That's stuff to talk about. Second of all, they'd be like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And third, they'd be like, what losers?
It would also be like, you know how when Hannah goes to that book party and Jenny Slate has a book because her boyfriend killed himself and she's like, he's so lucky?
Oh,
It would be like that. Which, like, also I've been thinking about that line because, like,
your dad.
my dad committed suicide, which is horrible. But, like, it is, like, I'm writing a book about it now. Well, this is like weird.
Well,
of me to
my
say,
dad,
but-
when my dad died, I went to acting school right after. And they were literally like, my dad died in June of 2013.
Uh-huh.
And then I went to acting school in August of 2013. And then literally like the first week of class, they were like, what's the most tragic thing that's ever happened to you?
Oh my God.
And I would be like, well, it just happened. And then they'd be like, cry. And then they'd be like, now start the song. And I'd be like, I have often walked.
What?
Like,
Wait,
they were
that's-
not afraid to use it right away.
Wait, what? Can you like do that? Like cry now
No,
I'm thinking
I
about
don't
your
cry.
dad.
I don't cry about anything.
and then sing like I dreamed a dream. I want
Period.
to see you do that.
Okay, but
Not now,
I could
maybe.
cry about like. Well, the only time I cry is when I take mushrooms, really.
Mm-hmm.
Which then I'm the waterworks.
Whenever I take mushrooms, I cry and tell everyone like I'm a woman and like I need to.
And then the next day you're like,
Then I'm like I don't.
I'm a
want
gay
to.
guy.
Yeah. How did we get to that?
oh, Jessa doing the unforgiving.
Oh, Givey.
Okay, so I think that Jessa is the one that I have the least, is definitely the least compelling, in my opinion.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Can I give some more facts now and transition us?
Of course.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
So, one thing I want to say though before that is Hannah's line in the beach house episode where she is talking to Marnie and she goes like, and they've like faux made up and she's like, honestly, I was dreading this trip.
Oh, yeah.
But now I think it's going to be one of the most meaningful weekends of the summer. It's like, that's such a small bar to clear.
That, if I wrote that line, I would be done.
Yeah. That's called retirement.
That's called settling upstate.
And then the gay guy who
It's
like-
butt eat from him.
yeah. And when Elijah goes, I fucked her once about Marnie, and he goes, you did.
Uh-huh. And
It's butt eat. Like pink pussy.
he's so Eva.
Yup.
And I wish.
To bubble butt fuck. You got it.
Okay. Yeah. You're her.
Anything you want.
All right.
The other Boleyn girl. Can we move on?
Yes.
So, pivoting to Sex in the City. This,
Also, the episode of Jessa where she goes to see her dad.
yeah, I love that episode.
And
it's also
Hannah fucks
Hannah fucks like a
like a 17-year-old.
But he does. They don't fuck. Like he actually does just come in her thigh crease. Like if you watch the sex scene, 'cause she's,
That is one of the craziest moments.
But that counts as fucking, obviously.
well, it's way more intimate.
Yeah. Yeah, he was kind of cute.
Don't.
He was like 25, probably. So Sex and the City, tons of Emmy noms and wins, including for comedy series. It got a lot more love than Girls, which is correct. I mean, Sex and the City is the #1 show of all time.
Yes.
It's above Girls if you have to choose.
It is.
It definitely-
It took us like 5 years to say that.
I like didn't even warm to Girls right away. But yeah, I mean, no, I always said Sex and the City #1 in the same way where ultimately like Gaga has to be said, although Lana I listen to way more. Anyway, I noted something interesting that surprised me. How many of them do you think were nominated
Of the,
of the 4 Sex and the City girls?
I know the answer, I think.
Well, I thought I knew the answer and I was wrong.
Oh, 2.
All 4 were nominated.
Oh my god!
No!
Because you are why I know that.
I know, because I've always said like Kristen
Yeah.
never got nominated, and she actually
What did she get nom?
Final season.
Absolutely, that makes me want to cry.
I
Like,
know.
she got
I was
it on her
like,
last
I didn't
season.
know she was an Emmy nominee.
Of course.
All 4 of them did, and also the 2 winners were both from the last season as well. Isn't that fall?
Who?
You know.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Right, like we don't even need to say it.
No.
But it would be Carrie and Miranda. So
I knew. But also it could be said Kim, but it's Carrie?
Kim deserves an
Wait, did we
Emmy.
talk
They all
about
four
Miranda?
do.
Like we did, right?
Yeah, but not enough.
No, like Miranda. We just made her the episode where her mother passes away.
My motherboard. Something like that, yeah.
The episode where, oh my God, like her and Steve.
Oh, like.
They just like have some of the truest examples of New York City romance to me. Like when they meet together at the Chinese restaurant, like that happens with your ex in New York City. You run into them at the restaurants you used to go to. You start talking about your past experiences, and memories just become flirtations. And
Oh my God. Memories become flirtations. Wait, that was really poetic.
thank you. I mean, it's just, and it's so. There's something about her resistance to Steve that
Is true.
she's trying to like take the advice she would give to her friends, which is like, he's not right for you right now. He's he's a bartender. He can't afford there's too many differences. And she just can't help but fall in love with that damn guy and his damn bubble butt.
I know, he's even bubblier than
The gay guy and girls. Yeah, but I kind of want to,
Who do you more?
You
want the gay guy and I want Steve, and that's why we can hopefully make it work.
Yeah.
Because I need to be the one who's like, I mean, I do talk. I want to think of myself as a woman, especially in sex.
So I love Miranda.
Yeah. And she, like, the Brooklyn Bridge at the end of the movie, which should have been a Best Picture contender.
And it is.
Yep. And I do.
What I do when I do.
Miranda at the wedding, when she has like a black mesh long sleeve dress and she's drinking some red wine. I made a t-shirt out of that, and I think that's just a great image.
Yes. Let's do it.
We have 2 left. Samantha has to be next, I think.
Sam. Okay, so Sam is
Aspirational.
She's
the one.
just when you think this woman is a caricature of herself, she says something like this. She turns and she says, "So if you're just friends, what exactly are you doing?" Because that girl might come off like she's all strong and over it, but she's fragile. And she's my best friend. So I suggest you back off. Like, she goes there.
First of all, wow for you on that. Maybe
Yeah.
your best rendition of it. Well,
She goes there.
yeah, she completely does. And then there's the ultimate.
She literally, like, she'll go from, like,
That wasn't an exaggeration.
to like, you mean so much to me.
My favorite line of hers, I think, is when Carrie tells her that she's having an affair. And she's like, "Are you judging me even a little bit?" And Samantha goes, "Not my style."
It brings a tear to my eye.
I actually saw that.
Yeah, like, not my style. Like, it's not her
Like,
style. And then, of course, we'll talk, like, I mean, I think first, Sam,
Samantha is the most liberated of any of the 8.
she goes, "I'm a bit older than you are." Or what did she say?
Older than you guys.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, and then there's this part where she goes, hey, mama. When they open the door and it's
Who does she say that to?
it's the day of the bridal shower or the baby shower.
Oh, well, I have another line from that scene that I want, because when Charlotte's like, she stole my baby name, and Samantha goes, you bitch.
Oh, that's another fucking amazing. She's ride or die.
She's ride or die.
Except until.
All 4 of the Sex and the City girls are ride or die.
Do you think that she just like
Except until
put so much into these women and this city that she just had to be like, I'm out.
I think she like didn't want to just be one thing.
Kim or Sam?
Oh yeah, I was thinking, well, both, honestly.
But I'm thinking, well, first of all, she's never been just one thing. Oh my God. And then, of course, when
Yeah,
she
you're
takes
right.
her wig off,
Oh my God.
that's wig.
Cancer happens, like,
Legit.
legit.
Swear.
To
God.
what, we can't include that?
No, we can't. I was
Oh.
just knocking on wood.
Oh my God. Well, this isn't wood. Knock down. I think let's bring it to our final girl, which we can circle back to anyone, but let's
Yeah. Corinthia.
well, that's her full name. Of course, for short, it's Carrie.
And for super short, it's Cece.
And then her last name is Bradshaw.
Okay. Bingo the name.
Yes. I don't know how they did that.
Carrie? Like, legit? Do you know a Carrie?
No.
I'm naming my daughter Carrie. That's so amazing.
It's really good. It's like so like adult, but still whimsical.
Carrie? Are you fucking kidding me?
Literal. And speaking of Carrie Fisher in the LA episodes.
I'm not a prostitute.
I'm a writer. You're Carrie, I'm Carrie. I have a child. I can't do this. I want to say a few things. Sarah Jessica Parker is my hero and my idol. And like, I actually, when I first saw Sex in the City.
Wait, did you respond to the video I sent you last night of her seeing the eclipse?
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was heaven. Was that this eclipse?
Yeah.
Oh wow. So she's on vacay somewhere with water.
Yeah, sorry. Keep going.
No, I just like I started watching Sex in the City on E in high school reruns, and also when I was a kid, we were waiting in line at like after school care, and someone's mom was late, and I was like, maybe she's having sex in the bathtub, and I got in a lot of trouble, and my mom pulled me aside and was like, is this because you saw my Sex in the City DVDs? And I had not. I wasn't like really adventurous like that, but anyway, so when I saw Sex in the City, I knew I wanted to move to New York, and I knew I wanted to like base my personality off of Carrie and like do her mannerisms and like be a writer like that and wear cool clothes. And like, so I always go, what's the mannerism? Like, oh, it's like if a boy like says something and I want to feel like I'm addressing it as funny, but I'm not like gutturally laughing, actually I'm like
Oh, I feel like you kind of like she can be kind of like erratic with her movements.
yeah, that's true too. Like,
yeah, or she'll like touch her hair and like go like that.
Totally. And like, yeah, pulling back your hair.
Yeah, that I see
Yeah.
you do a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's like, I think the easy critique of Carrie is that she's like awful.
I don't think she's awful at all.
I don't either.
I actually think she is super cool. I relate to how like she handles situations with men.
She is the city. Like,
Yeah.
somebody who, when you ask them how they're doing, it just spills out of them.
It tumbles.
And life is just happening, and she falls hard, or she creates conflict for herself when it's not there.
Yeah.
And she laughs and she cries. Like, she just, I feel like there's so much life in New York, and she just takes it all up.
I'm sorry, but like I do feel like all of that rings true to me. Like I feel like it's rare to really be like so solidly one of the 8, and I really feel like as a whole I am Carrie. Sorry. I know everyone thinks they're Carrie, but like in this case, like I actually am. I have curly hair. I'm a writer. Like, and those are just surface level. Like also down to the personality disorders and things. Like that's me.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have an affair.
No,
you really wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I have too much of a guilt complex, and I wouldn't want to hurt someone like that.
I think she has a guilt complex too. She feels awful about it, but she just feels like big is hers, and like Natasha is. She'll understand later.
Which, by the way, tooth break.
And by the way, wait, okay, here's what I think of when I think of Carrie.
Okay.
When she goes, when you fall out of love, where does the love go?
You are that. Because you wonder that.
Oh.
Don't you?
Do I?
I feel like
I'm like, where does the love go?
Yeah.
Like, legit.
Like that. Where does it go? I mean, it's still there to me.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere. I mean, like, I don't think it's possible to get over
that scene is
anything.
so good.
What
and they're like,
and oh yeah,
you started calling her Natasha and not, like that.
It's them at the diner, and someone's talking about something and about like boys and like not speaking to ex-boyfriends, and Carrie's like, that's so childish. Not you, just the whole situation. I mean, when you break up with your boyfriend, where does the love go? Something like that.
That was good.
Thank you. We should like say more lines
that come to mind.
Yeah. As they naturally come, I guess.
You know what I think? Wait, can I do Carrie?
Yeah. Careful of it.
Okay, watch my fingers.
Did
I nail it or did I nail it?
He just put his head in his hands sharply. And this is what she does there. One of the times of many, she goes, oh, I just got a splitting headache.
Oh!
That scene.
Oh!
Because that's in the fancy restaurant.
Do we... Yeah.
Out about Natasha.
We talked about every character from Sex and the City. Well, the main.
Yeah.
How long
of
did
course,
that
then
take?
there's the 5. You know about the 5. Look out.
It's been an hour and 24 minutes.
You know about the 5, of course, is Big Little Lies.
Yeah.
And then you know about like the 3 or 4, depending how you count it, and just like that. Those are subsidiary.
There's like 11. And just like that.
Yeah, I mean, who can count? I need to be working there.
When? And yet how?
And yet, and though she be but little, she be fierce.
Did you see the tweet I posted of Cynthia Bailey? Somebody posted a video of like society collapsing and like a plane falling over New York City, and like everyone, and someone commented, "What do you do in this situation?" And it cuts to Cynthia Bailey. Her line from Real Housewives of Atlanta, she goes, "I'm gonna work it and be seen."
Be seen.
I'm like, did she steal that from me?
You did that. I love being seen. I hate it. I love it. Pick your poison.
I kind of want to get a cocktail. Like, look at it outside.
For one thing, it's 1 p.m. And for 2 things, which bar? Like, fuck it, we're on vacation. Like, I don't have a job. Vacation. You're on vacation. I just signed a lease. Like, we need to celebrate. I haven't eaten anything today.
Neither.
Took therapy and talked about...
At 8 a.m.
Well, actually, like, she didn't show up, low-key. because I
ate
sort of
that.
canceled on her and then was like, wait, I wasn't actually canceling. And so I took it at 10. Told her about a nightmare I had last night about a big snake.
Yeah.
I
just there's so much more to say.
I know. It's kind of embarrassing that we chose this topic because now it feels like we're not giving anyone their due.
Like, I kind of think we should... Oh, fuck.
Don't say start over.
But I have an idea.
What?
We could do a full episode on each of them.
I know. Well, maybe this is just a survey and then we can do that.
Survey says?
Do you feel like you would change your answer for the 8 at the end of this episode?
About who I am?
Yeah. Now, today, moving forward. And I think you
I
can
feel like I'm Samantha. Like, she left.
Yeah. Yeah. And you left.
And she just, like, had to do her.
Yeah.
And I always agree with her. I really relate to the quality of just...
She's always right.
She's unafraid to be impolite. Like...
Yeah.
And I think it works for her because she has such a clearly good heart. And... Wait, I'm not saying I do, but I think put your elbows on the table.
You have a good heart.
Thank you, but put your elbows on the table.
Okay.
Like at dinner, it doesn't fucking matter.
Oh, right.
Like,
I just put my elbow on the table.
yeah.
No, total. Like, these societal rules. It's
It
like
just drives me fucking crazy.
impolite in that way, yeah. But I still think it's nice to, like, not be rude.
The two are not.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Okay, a few other things I want to ask you.
Yeah. Eyes looking so beautiful, girl.
What?
Beyond.
Oh my god.
Legit.
When did you last feel like so unobliteratedly happy? Like carefree?
So unobliteratedly?
Yeah, like full on, just like life is perfect. I felt it for a fleeting second last night, actually, randomly. When I was walking out of this screening after party in Lincoln Center, and I was just like, I love it. Maybe not.
I don't know that. I think I've. Last summer,
When?
around Pride time. No, that can't be the last time. But that I felt like manically, euphorically high.
Around
happy.
Pride last year.
Yeah.
I can't really remember what.
You weren't here. Yes, you were. That was the night.
What night?
Ladyland.
Oh.
But I felt really proud then
Yeah.
and happy then.
Yeah.
And like in love with where I was physically, my home, my friends,
Basically, like, working out.
no.
Oh.
Like I had just moved and I loved my apartment.
Yeah.
And my friends I felt really in love with, and I had just career was happy.
Yeah, well, okay. I want to say a few things to you that aren't necessarily questions.
Okay.
You just put your head on the mic. I am so desperately proud of and grateful for. Two things. Proud
Oh,
of
God.
because it's like you have made art, just like started doing it and started choreographing for these girls and teaching these dance classes and like just deciding to start doing it and creating this pop star project foundation and deciding to move out to LA and like start fresh and like just go for it. That's one thing.
Bam.
And then the other thing is like you are so supportive of other people doing that and like have encouraged me so much and Mal and Chrissy and like you're fab.
Thanks. I love you.
I love you.
I mean, all my friends should be recognized.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I'm proud
everyone
of
is
you
so
as fuck.
Thank you. That's sweet.
I love you. I'm gonna miss you in LA.
I'm gonna miss you. But we'll go have our separate chapters and then we'll come back together.
It is so fierce.
It's fierce. And it's like, it's correct.
It's so correct.
Like, we need to get away from each other.
You
for
need
a sec.
to go, whereas I need to go. You know we're gonna talk like all the time and like.
What kind of cocktail are you gonna get? Are we actually doing that?
Well, what time is it?
1. But with lunch?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, darling.
And isn't it Friday? Did you hear my stomach?
Good morning.
It's time for the weather.
Good morning.
Good morning. What have we got on the forecast today?
Today you'll notice a nice breeze. You feel that? You feel that, don't you? And it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot.
And it's gonna be cold.
Take out your parkas and throw them out your window.
Because you don't need them until lunchtime.
When you do.
I'm having this drink.
And I'm having lunch.
What are you gonna eat? This has been another episode of Babbling On. Can we try harmonizing for a sec? Babbling on.
Babbling on.
Babbling on. That's what I came up with.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
Okay.
1, 2. Babbling on. Babbling on.
Okay, I'm gonna go high.
5, 6. Babbling on. Babbling on.
Let's do it soft now.
Babbling on. Babbling on.
I'm gonna talk about all the things that I wanna talk about. We'll just keep talking. We'll just keep talking. Just keep talking. Talking. For so long. Ow, we're babbling on. We're babbling
Babbling On is created, produced, and edited by Hilton Dresden. The theme song is by Benny Cotoletta, featuring Callie Baker, and is produced by Benny Cotoletta and Jack Krause. The artwork is by Hilton Dresden. Audio consultation from Kenzie Woodrow and Dallas Seeker. Special thanks to Alec Cohen, Natalie Rotter-Lateman, Molly Montgomery, Nick Krause, and to everyone who has subscribed to Babbling On the Substack and refused to shut the fuck up.